So the question is, when we read Chariji's autobiography from 1983, we are all witness to the challenges and difficulties he encountered as someone, as a disciple who was just taking over from his master. The question is, as ordinary human beings, when we are dealing with such challenges and troubles, how do we develop that faith and that shraddha? What is it that makes a master a master?
I wish I can tell you. I don't know. Only they know whom to make master. I keep wondering also at myself, what did I do so wrong that he made me? I keep thinking often, what is it that they look for? It makes you wonder. There is no real answer that I can find. Perhaps a stage when we arrive at, perhaps, that I want nothing, including spirituality. I want nothing. Once I had written a letter to Master, Master, I have everything I need in my material life. I have no aspiration left in spiritual world. I don't know what else am I looking for. I'm just here. Use me as you like. That's all. But when I read and learn something from Madame Helen Perret, she used to say, after the announcement, that Babuji has been tracking you even before your birth. Sometime in 2005, when I read The Whispers, Volume 1, I immediately knew in my heart that this person who is receiving messages is no other person than Sister Nivedita. Her original name was Margaret Nobles. She hailed from Ireland. And I shared this little revelation with Chariji in Tirupur. He was himself surprised at how in the world Kamlesh knew about it. But slowly, over 3 years, the news finally went to Helen Perret that there is someone in India who knows your real identity. He knows you from your past. So she was inquiring with Babuji, who is this boy? Please tell me about him. Then Babuji gives her a message in 2009. At that time, I was not in the list of this succession. Babuji tells her in few sentences that he is a loyal person for our mission. His loyalty is praiseworthy. Then few lines and then one more line he adds up that it is up to him to fulfill a wish that will also benefit the mission. Our blessings are there for him and his family. That's all. She sent me the one truncated message, only this much. And I kept on wondering, don't have any wish that can benefit the mission. I'm done with my business. I'm done with my spiritual life. I have nothing more to look forward to in my life. I have not even a single wish. What is Babuji talking about? But after the announcement, I realized one thing, that they were not talking of my wish. They were talking about their wish among themselves. So I really don't know what makes you in this position. Only they know it better. And I'm not worried about who shall represent Babuji Maharaj after I'm gone. It is his problem. Thank you.
Yes, yeah. Good evening, sir. My question is everything pre-decided? And if it is pre-decided, then what is my duty?
If we don't interfere, things will happen as per predestined trajectory. But life is not that simple. whatever has happened in the past designs my destiny now. I also have the freedom of will to influence my future. Not only my will, but others somehow can change the destiny of my life in a positive way or negative. Let me give you some example from the history. When we say the destiny, we always talk about karma. What we understand in Sahaj Marg as samskara. These samskaras from past comes to fruition in this life. When we do the inner cleaning, when preceptors help us go through the cleaning, when the masters they work on us and remove some of the samskaras, does that not tell you that destiny is also destiny can be changed, can be altered, can be amended? Sometimes instead of losing the head, we may lose the cap or the turban. This is what we call grace. I give you a real example from Ramayana. Lord Ramchandra of Ayodhya, he was a divine person, he was Avatara, and so was Mother Sita, his wife. Having no previous samskaras, how could they suffer? But someone else can influence your life. In his case, it was his very own mother. Destiny is so flexible, any fool can change your destiny, or great people can help you change your destiny. Take another example. Hitler, the German dictator, when he burned millions of Jews in fire chambers, do you think all had the same karma in them? So they didn't have common sanskaras or common karma to influence their destiny, but anyone could change your destiny. It is too complex to even think about it. Anything can change. For example, this girl who is in love with a boy, immensely in love, that the past brought them together. But father and mother would say, oh, she is not Sindhi. She is something else and she doesn't belong to our community, or she is not at par with our wealth. So the insistence of parents can change the destiny of their very own children, and in the process everyone suffers. Daughter whom you force to marry somebody else, she will not be happy. She will not make her husband happy. The boy who got rejected will not be happy. His wife will also may not be happy. So unhappiness spreads. So therefore, I would say there is no simple answer to it, but follow your heart under every situation so that you can minimize the load of karma from your baggage. One last question.
The question is that we understand that when the soul developed self-consciousness, it began its descent from the source, and then all of the rest of it happened. Why would this happen in the first place? What triggers this appearance of self-consciousness that leads to this entire saga?
Why are we here? And the impromptu inner question would be, if I had to go back to where I came from, returning back to the source, why such a play of going out and coming back again? This is a very serious and very profound question one has to ask oneself, and what to do with this life. There is definitely a deeper purpose in this creation. How to crack that code? So let me share with you a little story before you get the answer. We have Sister Jaya in the front. She gives $1 million to her grandson. There are few grandsons she has, and grandchildren. They okay, 1 million for you, 1 million for you, 1 million for you. And after 80 years, if she's still alive, each one comes back to grandmother and say, look, this is your million. I invested it in a bank at the rate of 8%. Another one says, I protected it in the the vault that you gifted me. I kept it exactly as you had given me 1 million. The third one says, I invested in real estate. Now I have 200 million. This is all yours. Which grandson would she prefer? We have all been sent with infinite potential with us, not just $1 million. We are born with infinite potential. How much will you return to the Maker? It's the whole purpose. Thank you.
谢谢大家。
So, my dearest ones, Master after me and many masters that will come, their lives are for us all. Every breath they take is for all of us. Use them wisely. And I'm ever grateful for especially Vyasis from this region and especially our sisters and brothers from greater land of China. I'm grateful to you for coming here despite of your situations, inconveniences financially and otherwise. I would like to make one China house at Kanha, about 5,000 square feet of the house. It should be exact replica of Chinese house, traditional house. And I know there are many of you who are very good architects. We'll get the material also from China, get it imported. Only thing we lack is how to do it. Even if you teach an Indian how to make a Chinese house, he will make a mess of it. So I wish to also have some volunteers who are really, really good at construction. Some of you may not be good at it, but you can identify some workers, some people who are good at it, and we can pay them and bring them to Indo. I request, I think you have a lot of architects, right? Anyone here who is the architect? Wonderful, wonderful. So please, let's get going with designing 5,000 square feet of ground floor. Thank you.
谢谢大家。